Hey lovely, I'm Lisa and welcome to Lovely Channel. Today I'm sharing with you airplane travel activities for toddlers. I have a son who's almost 2 and recently we went on an airplane flight from Southern California to Texas, there and back. We also did driving while we were out there and I needed activities, one for the plane, driving, but also eating out at restaurants. So I came up with 20 ideas and most of these you can buy at Dollar Tree. I got a lot of ideas off of Pinterest. Some I came up with my own, but they're very inexpensive, easy to do. Again, either with supplies from the Dollar Tree or they can be free with supplies you already own at home. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. It supports my channel so much every time you click and watch one of my videos. I hope that you will subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. I love posting content to encourage you as a woman and as a mom if you're a mom. I post DIYs, mom content, faith-related content. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But any of these tips would work really well for airplane, but also road trips. And again, if you're just looking for activities to keep your toddler busy, maybe throughout the day at home, or if you're going out to eat at a restaurant, you can pack all these in a little backpack or like lunch bag for them. We brought a little backpack for him. He has a little Buzz Lightyear backpack that we brought on the plane. We also brought a little Toy Story lunch bag that we used at the restaurants. When we'd go out to eat, we'd bring that with us, so he had some activities in there. A few of these were actually fails for me, but I'm still including them because every child and toddler is different. So your child may have different interests, and some of my fails might work really well for your toddler, so I wanted to include those too. So number 1 are temporary tattoos. We went to Dollar Tree and I found some car tattoos. My son is so into cars. They also had Paw Patrol and they had some other ones too. I think maybe some Disney and some maybe like Barbie or something like that. But I got my son the car tattoos. I recommend if you're gonna bring these, cut them up individually so you have the individual tattoos ready to go so they're easy to put on. And I also packed some paper towels in a Ziploc bag. Then when the airplane attendants walked by with water, I was able to just use some of the water they had given out for the temporary tattoos. And this was my son's first experience with temporary tattoos and he loved it, and this kept us entertained. Be prepared to be covered. If you don't want a temporary tattoo, you could also do the same thing with stickers. Again, prepared to be covered with stickers, but it's just something fun for them to do. Number 2 would be bring a little container of Play-Doh and then maybe some little cutout shapes that they can use. I actually found it was an off-brand Play-Doh at Dollar Tree and it came with some little cookie cutter shapes. So that was really fun. My son always loves playing with Play-Doh. Really easy thing to play with and pull out on the plane and use the little tray to play with. Number 3, Dollar Tree has these things called play packs, and it's like a little coloring book with some crayons and some stickers, and they all come in a little package. They have different themes. They had a Hot Wheel theme, so we got that one because again, my son loves cars, but they also had Paw Patrol and several other character themes. So there's probably one that your son or daughter will love, but if they like to color and like stickers, this is just something really easy and it kind of has all of that in one. Number 4, at Dollar Tree, they have these little like bug catcher containers. And I got one of those and I brought the little bug catcher with the little tweezers it comes with. And then you can buy one of the small packages. They either have bugs, they also have frogs and lizards, which is the one I got for my son, and then they have like an animal one or a dinosaur one. But pick out one of those little packs and put them into the little bug pack. And then one thing we did is we would pour out all the frogs and lizards on the tray, the seat tray, and then he would use the little tweezers to pick them up and put them into his bug catcher, and he loved that. He was so excited when I pulled that out. And had a lot of fun with that. Number 5, I bought my son a pack that came with 2 airplanes. We're on an airplane, so I thought he would think this was really fun and he loved it. I actually only gave him one on the flight there, and then I saved one for the flight back so he would have something new, and that's just a tip if you are gonna be traveling. But save some new toys or activities for the way back. That way you have some new things to keep them entertained that they haven't been playing with on the way there and throughout the trip. Number 6 kind of goes along with the airplanes, but I also got my son some cars. Again, he's into cars and he always loves getting a new Hot Wheel or car, so Dollar Tree had a couple packs of cars, so I got him some of those. And then if you have a girl, she might be into cars too, so that might work. But they also have like little dolls and stuff like that, so you could get your daughter like a new little doll or something that she can play with. Number 7, Dollar Tree also has these really cute little small character figurines. They had all like the Paw Patrol dogs. So I got my son a couple of those Paw Patrol figurines and he thought that was so cool. They also have a ton of Disney figurines, but they're just little figurines that they can play with and have fun with, and he really enjoyed those too. Number 8 would be a little magnetic drawing board. These are so simple, but he used these. I actually saved this for when we were there in Texas to use at the restaurants, and he was so excited to draw on his magnetic drawing board whenever I pulled it out. I've also seen some people on Pinterest, they get little magnets that you can put on their drawing board, and I wanted to do this, but I couldn't find any magnets that I liked at the Dollar Tree that were small enough. So that didn't work out, but that is something you can keep an eye out for. Maybe you already have something that will work with that, but that's can be kind of a double activity. They can draw on it, but they can also play with magnets on the board. Number 9 would be some sort of like squishy or stretchy toy. We found this like long green caterpillar that's like squishy and stretchy. It's just something kind of fun that he can fidget with and play with and stretch. And we found it in the Target dollar spot, or like the bullseye playground area. But Dollar Tree also has things like this. They have different little squishy toys and balls and stuff that you could find something very similar. And then another thing I found at Dollar Tree were these interlocking shapes that they can stack on top of each other and you can kind of interlock them together. I thought this would be really cool and entertaining for him. It entertained him for probably like a couple minutes, and then he was just done and started throwing them on the ground. But I could see how a lot of other toddlers would really enjoy these and like have fun building with them and everything. It just didn't work for him I feel like he couldn't like stack them all the way. Maybe if your toddler's a little bit older or is able to fit things together really well, they might enjoy this more. Number 10, I brought a calculator. I was reading on some mom blogs that their toddlers just loved playing with a calculator. I gave this to him. He played with it for like a couple seconds and then was done. So it didn't work for him, but I could see how this would be entertaining for some toddlers, pressing all the buttons and seeing it work. But for me, it didn't personally work. And number 11, people rave about this one, and I know it probably works for a lot of people. It just didn't work for us personally, and that is sticky notes. It's so simple. People say that their toddlers love just pulling the sticky notes off the pad and like sticking them everywhere, and it can keep them entertained for a long time. My son wasn't into it at all. He like pulled one off and that was it. It didn't keep him entertained at all. Okay, so those are kind of all the Dollar Tree ideas. I'm gonna share some ideas that I personally had at home already, or I was able to make at home. So number 12 would be print out coloring pages. So you can just go online, do a Google search, free coloring pages, and you can like choose whatever theme you want. So I found some airplane ones. Since we're going on the airplane, I thought he would think that was fun. Some cars, again, he loves cars. And then I also did a penguin because his favorite stuffed animal is a penguin. And then I included some washable markers in a little baggie, which we don't normally play with markers a whole lot. He's used to crayons, so I thought he would just think this was fun, and he did love playing with the washable markers. And if you get any on the tray or anything, they're super easy to wipe off with just like a baby wipe. They'll come off. So that was really fun. He enjoyed that, and that's a free thing you can do basically, and get markers at Dollar Tree if you need to. Number 13 would be small board books. So we love the little Dr. Seuss board books, or the Sandra Boynton book. She has like a lot of different books, but those are really small and travel friendly. You can fit them in a small bag. But my son loves books. He likes it when we read to him, so I knew I wanted to include a couple of those. And then number 14, we have these little, just like the wooden shape blocks at home. I just included a few. I think I brought like 6 or 8 blocks. I put them in a baggie because I knew even if it was just a few, he would have fun stacking them, and he did. I actually saved these for when we were in Texas, and I brought them out when we were going to different restaurants, and that was something he wanted to play with every time, was just stacking his little blocks on the table. And there's only a few, so there's not too much to clean up and it doesn't take up a lot of space, but he really enjoyed playing with those. Number 15 would be a comfort item. So if your son or daughter has a stuffed animal or a certain toy or blanket that they love, that they gravitate towards, but if they have something that they just love and it's like their comfort item, I would definitely recommend bringing it if you can fit it or carry it. My son has his penguin named Waddles that we take with us everywhere and he sleeps with at night. So we definitely brought that. It was something else to like have to keep an eye on to make sure we always had it with us, but I think it was worth it because there was a couple of times where he was getting kind of tired or needed some comfort and we would give him Waddles and it really helped. So if your son or daughter has a comfort item, I would definitely recommend bringing it. Oh, you grabbed Waddles because you heard mommy talking about him. Now these last ideas are kind of more like tips, but that would be to bring a ton of snacks. Snacks, snacks, snacks. Toddlers love snacks and little treats. So whatever your toddler's favorite treats and snacks are, it's good to have those. We try to eat pretty healthy. So like I brought some carrots, some pistachios. I brought some unsweetened chocolate chips, which he loves. That's like a fun little treat for him. So just, oh, and some of like those food pouches, those are really great. And most airlines will let you bring them in as long as you put them in your liquid bag and they see you have a toddler or a baby with you. They'll usually let you bring those food pouches in too. Number 17 would be to bring a sippy cup, just one that's empty. That way when you get past security, you can either fill it with milk or water that you buy, or you can just fill it with water that you get on the plane. But I just thought it was really good just to have his own sippy cup. If that's what they're used to or whatever, you can just bring one that they know and that they like. These last two are the screen time ones. So either bringing an iPad, or if you don't have an iPad, just doing it on your phone. But if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually download episodes or full seasons. My son has a couple of shows he does like on Amazon Prime. So as long as you make sure you download them, you can watch them and use them even if your phone is on airplane mode or not connected to Wi-Fi or anything. So that was really helpful. There was just a couple times on our flight, I wanted to mostly not do screen time, but there was a couple times where we're all tired, we've been traveling, and so it was nice just to turn on an episode for him that he could watch so we could all just kind of chill for a little bit. And you could bring headphones that fit your toddler, but I just had the volume turned down really low to where it wasn't gonna annoy anyone and nobody else could really hear except where we were. And he was fine with just watching it that way. So that worked out really nicely. And then again, with the screen time iPad, there are also some really fun apps you can download. There was a couple that I read about on some blogs about like car building and stuff, so I thought he would really like that. And we did play with those for a little bit, but my son doesn't usually play with apps on our iPad a whole lot. We just haven't really gotten him into that a whole lot, so it was very new to him, and I think if he was more experienced with it, he probably would have played with it longer. But he wasn't that into it, but it did keep him entertained for a little bit. But your son or daughter may love some apps on there, and I will include some links to the couple of the apps we did download. So those are all my tips for traveling with a toddler, all my activity ideas. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any activity ideas that work for your son or daughter, please leave those in the comments below. That way we can give each other more ideas. And make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. And if you enjoy this video, I think you would also enjoy my tips on how to spend time with Jesus if you are a busy woman or a busy mom. I know what that's like, but I have some tips for you guys, and I'll leave that video. You can click it here on the screen or in the description below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.